Aloha from the Ozarks, folks. I've got this side lofted barn, 12 by 20 right here, and then I wanted to show off to you real quick. So I'm going to turn the video camera around and walk you through the inside of this building. Just a second. Here it is. This is a 12 by 20 side lofted barn. Has a standard 2 by 3 single pane window here, standard 2 by 3 over there. Double barn doors, 72 inches wide. This is T111 plywood siding, and we put a standard stain on it called honey gold. Green metal roof, and we have this Soffit vent system that runs on the eave on this side and one on the other side. Let's go on inside this building, take a look. This is from our Signature Series product line, which means it's plywood walls, plywood siding, okay, what I showed you outside the T111, and plywood flooring. We also offer a Essential Series line, which we use LP Smart flooring and LP Smart siding. But this one's from our Signature Series line. It's all plywood, which is our top quality. All right, on the walls. 2x4s are pressure treated, and they're premium grade, which means they're a pretty grade. They look nice. 16 inches apart, 16 inches on center, and that's standard for all of our wall studs. We double stud every 4 feet. Double studded every third wall stud every 4 feet. Okay, another double stud. Double stud at the tops of the walls, single stud at the bottom. So that means we have really strong, sturdy walls, all right? So if you're shopping around, compare the quality of other companies, make sure that they're double studding every 4 feet, double studding at the tops of the walls. All right, now, the window frames are also, at a minimum, they're double studded. Okay, down here it's actually triple studded, okay? And over there it's actually quadruple studs. But at a minimum, we double stud all the door and window frames. This one's actually triple studded, but a minimum of a double studded door frame and window frame. What that means for you is once the building's delivered to your site and leveled, the doors and windows are gonna open freely like they're designed to do. If you don't double stud the door and window frames, they could shift during transport, and then your door and windows don't open properly. And then you got trouble. So we double stud them to ensure that they're framed up nice and strong and sturdy, and they stay square with the rest of the building. All right. Now at the tops of the walls, we double stud them, as I mentioned, but we also have that Soffit ventilation system that I was telling you about. And I wanted to show you the holes that we drilled through there to allow for this improved airflow. And it is all the way down, okay, on both sides of the building. And that allows for airflow, air circulation to come in and up, and then out through here, our screened in roof ridge vent. Screened in the entire peak of the roof, screened in to keep out bugs and debris. And it works in conjunction with our Soffit vents on the sides to improve the airflow dramatically. We have much better airflow and air circulation in our buildings than every other portable building company. First of all, we got a patented Soffit vent. Nobody else can copy that. Next, we have that roof ridge vent. Most every other portable building company just puts a single vent right on the wall, right up there at that top corner, and then they do the same thing over at that top corner, and they just have those 2 vents for the entire building. We do so much more. And what does that mean for you for improved airflow and air circulation? Not only does it help keep the temperature inside the building cooler in the hot summertime, it also helps to reduce humidity, which then helps to reduce your chances of mold and mildew growth. That's a big deal. If you're putting important stuff inside your storage building, you don't want mold and mildew growth, right? So improved air circulation is definitely a big part of preventing that or reducing the chances of that happening. Let's talk about the roof. Roof trusses are also 2x4s, just like our wall studs, also premium grade, also pressure treated. They're 24 inches apart. Now, the standard roof decking is OSB roof decking, which you cannot see because on the inside of our roof decking, we've applied this aluminum foil. It's a radiant barrier, is what it's called. We call it our G-board radiant barrier. It blocks out 97% of the sun's radiant heat. It keeps it about almost 30 degrees cooler in this building compared to one that doesn't have the radiant barrier upgrade, okay? Then, of course, there's the OSB roof decking. On the outside of the decking is the metal roof. Between that metal roof and the roof decking is a moisture barrier, a tar paper, all right? So that's how our roofs are made, and the roof trusses are fastened to the tops of the walls using these metal hurricane clips. They have over 800 pounds of tensile strength per, I said clips, didn't I? Metal hurricane screws. Over 800 pounds of tensile strength per screw, and they're all through there. Every single place where the roof truss is attached to the wall, there's a hurricane screw. So we have a 150 mile an hour wind gust certification because we use those hurricane screws everywhere to attach the roof trusses to the tops of the walls. That means it takes over 150 mile an hour wind gusts before you would be worried about this roof pulling off of the building, or a sustained wind of over 3 seconds, okay? So that's a big deal. We have really, really, really strong roofs. Now let's talk about the floors. So your floors are 5/8" plywood, pressure treated, and it's tongue and groove, so each plywood slab is interlocked with the other. Underneath the pressure treated plywood flooring in the subfloor, we use 2x6 floor joists. Just like you see here in our floor joists for the loft, 2x6s, we use 2x6s down here. But in the loft, they're spaced out 24 inches apart. In the subfloor, they're 16 inches apart like our wall studs are, 16 inches on center. We have the optional availability to go 12 inches on center for a super heavy duty subfloor. That's on a custom build order, okay? So I wanted you to notice that about how we use floor joists. 2x6s, up here they're further apart, 24. Down here they're 16 inches apart underneath the building. Very, very strong subfloor in here, okay? Your loft floor is an OSB floor. Your main floor is plywood in this building, okay? Now, I talked about the floors, talked to you about the walls, talked to you about the roof. Let me talk to you about our discounts. We always have different discounts available throughout each month. So each month they change, so I try to keep the pricing updated on my website, on my Facebook, and on my YouTube pages. So you should be able to see the most up-to-date pricing right now wherever you're watching this video. But if you have any questions on this video, it should have my phone number. You can call me or text me. It should have my web address. You can go there and hit me up on my chat function on my web address. It's really me, not a chat bot. It's really me you're chatting with. Okay, so let's talk about free delivery. Free delivery and setup is included within 50 miles of my lot. That includes us anchoring the building down, assuming that your ground is suitable for anchoring. You supply the concrete blocks, we'll put the building on the blocks, we'll set those up, level it in, and then anchor it into the ground as long as your ground is suitable for that. Other companies don't include the anchoring. They charge you extra for that, and they may not actually do the anchoring, they may just give you the anchors. We'll actually do the anchoring, okay? So that's included. We have military discounts that are always available no matter what time of year it is. That doesn't change. That's always available. So plus our monthly discounts, which are always changing. Let's see. Rent to own is your financing option unless you want to do your own bank-based financing. Cash price is always your lowest best price. Rent to own is 3, 4, or 5, or even 6 years, no credit check. And there's no penalty to pay it off early. A lot of other companies lock you in on their rent-to-own payments. And like if you get a 5-year rent-to-own, they lock you in to pay at least 2.5 years of rental payments before you can pay it off. Graceland doesn't do that. If you want to pay it off early, you can pay it off early. There's no penalty to do so. In fact, it's to your advantage to do so, okay? If you have any questions about this building or any other building on my lot, take a look at this video description where I've got all kinds of links to all kinds of ways to get a hold of me and ask me questions. Aloha from the Ozarks.